Yeah. So our institute name is Blue Technologies. So what we will discuss in this course, we are discussing about the AWS with DevOps guys. This master program on DevOps with AWS by Hari. Yeah, so instructor guys, so myself, I'm Hari Cheruku. I'm a DevOps consultant and solution architect guys with 12 plus years of industry experience as a real-time and trainer. So, and I have a YouTube channel guys. The YouTube channel name is Tech World with Hari. You guys can go through it and watch it and subscribe. And so what are the certifications I did as of now guys? I'm a ITL V3 certified engineer. I'm a Red Hat certified system administrator and I'm a Red Hat certified engineer, guys, and I am a AWS certified solution architect, and I am a certified Kubernetes administrator, guys. So this is myself, guys, and so what we will gonna cover you on this course, guys. So prerequisites for the AWS DevOps with AWS. So who are wants to learn this DevOps guys? So there is no specific prerequisites guys. So anybody who is passionate to kickstart their career as a DevOps engineer, cloud practitioner, or a Linux administrator can attend this program guys. So who are want to start their career with the IT, something like you are working as a non 990 background or something like whichever the field you worked with, but you are trying to um, get a place with the IT industry so that anyone can join this course, guys. And there is no programming knowledge. So programming knowledge not mandatory for this course. And graduates, undergraduates, back-end developers, web developers, non-IT background people also can attend this program and start their career with the IT industry, guys. Okay. So these are the prerequisites for the DevOps and AWS. So in this course, the DevOps full course, what we will gonna cover you with. So the DevOps with AWS course outline, guys. So what we will start with the Linux. Then we will go for the AWS. Then we will include the DevOps tools. So in the AWS, guys. So something like what are the modules? So we will cover in this course. We'll cover in this course something like a module one. So introduction to DevOps world, then module two Linux operating system, and module three AWS Cloud, and module four DevOps tools, and module five. So real-time projects. We'll show you two real-time projects, guys. So one is for a normal project, and so the other project also will show you the exact how we can develop and how you can deploy. So we'll show you a tier two real-time projects, and the module six will guide you to something like the interview guidance. So how we can set up your resume, how you can prepare your resume, something like how we can put it in the Naukri or something like a monasteries, that job seeker providers sites, and we'll discuss about the tell me about yourself, the projects and everything. So I will guide you that module in the last, guys. Okay, so introduction to or something like in the first module, right? What we will gonna cover you something like introduction to DevOps, guys. So you don't know the DevOps, right? So what is DevOps? Why DevOps? DevOps like cycle, SDLC, waterfall method, and Agile methodology. So you don't know, right, guys? So before that, before DevOps, why DevOps more popular nowadays? So before DevOps, how they are deploying, how they are, what are the so what is the approach they are using for before the DevOps, and we'll show you the life cycle of the DevOps and the SDLC software development life cycle. If you want to develop any software, so if you have a thought, something like if you have any thought, we want to implement that as a software. So we need to follow that SDLC is a waterfall methodology. So what waterfall methodology? What agile methodology? So why agile methodology is popular than waterfall methodology? So which methodology are we are using nowadays? Okay. So in the agile methodology, we will discuss about the sprints, scrum meetings, and something like the tool Jira, how we can set up the sprints, scrum calls, and so what are the tools we are using for to automate the process. We will discuss in this course, guys. So DevOps overview, something like a simple DevOps concept, guys. Why DevOps? So why DevOps you didn't understand? I will tell you guys. So what is DevOps? DevOps is a combination of cultural philosophies and practices and tools. So increases an organization ability to deliver the applications and services at high velocity, faster pace than organization using traditional software development and infrastructure management process. This speed enables organizations to better serve their customers and complete more effectively in the market. So delivery the pipeline. So what DevOps guys are doing? What is a pipeline? What are the DevOps stages? So what they are using? The what are the tools we are using for the DevOps? So what is the life cycle of the DevOps? So what is Jenkins CI/CD? So why they are using CI/CD in the Jenkins? So, and what is the CI/CD, the life cycle of a DevOps? So, what are the tools we are using in the DevOps? Jira tool, GitHub, Jenkins, SonarQube, something like NXS, Docker, Kubernetes, Ansible, Nagios, ELK. So, these are all the tools we are using for the DevOps automation tool, guys. We'll discuss with you every tool, guys. Yeah. So what is DevOps? Why DevOps, right? So before that, we will discuss about the AWS tools also, right? So we'll discuss about the AWS tools. Yeah. So firstly, we will discuss about the Linux fundamentals and scripting benefits, guys. And we'll discuss about the AWS. What is AWS? Why AWS? What are the tools we are discussing about the AWS? Before the AWS, what we are using? So we'll discuss everything, guys. We'll discuss everything. So you didn't understand what is DevOps. Now you understood the what is DevOps, guys. What is a DevOps? So something like, right, guys. So in our browser, in our browser, you are searching something like a what is that, guys? Any website, uh, something like Facebook.com. So right, Facebook.com. Mm, one second, guys. Yep. So what this is? Yeah. So this is a facebook.com, guys. So what this is? So if you enter in the facebook.com in the browser, so browser, what it comes a index page, something like a home page. It is asking about the login and the create an account. Login and the create an account. This is our browser, guys. This is our browser, right? Yeah, guys. So before this, so what we will gonna cover you. So what are the timings? We'll discuss with you. So this is the concept of a DevOps with AWS, guys. So what is the course, guys? The course is DevOps with the AWS. DevOps with the AWS. Something like a start date. So it will be start on the Monday, guys. So Monday is a So today is the 16th, right? 17th and 18th. The batch starts will from 18th, 18th November 2024, guys. And the class timings. So the class timings are 6:30, 6:30 p.m. IST to 7:30 p.m. IST, guys. So the class will be from Monday to class will be from Monday to Friday, guys. So Monday to Friday. So there is no classes on Saturday, Sunday. So yeah, the Saturday, Sunday, we will discuss the doubts, guys. The Saturday, Sunday. So we'll create a one session on the WhatsApp and we'll discuss about the doubts. Okay. The duration is something like 60 days, guys. The duration is 60 days. 60 days plus 1 week. So 1 week a real-time project explanation, guys. So 1 week a real-time project explanation. So what we will gonna cover you? So Linux and AWS plus DevOps tools, DevOps tools plus projects, guys. DevOps tools plus project. DevOps tools per project and the trainer. So trainer is something like a Mr. Hari, guys. Who is the trainer? Train is a Mr. Hari. And the course mode, guys. What is the course mode? The course mode is online. The course mode is online with the Zoom classes. What is that, guys? Zoom classes. The mode is online and Zoom classes. The course fee is something like, what is the course fee, guys? Course fee something like a 20,000, guys. Course fee is 20,000. 20,000 INR. So live classes, what we are providing in the uh, so live classes plus class notes. I will provide the class notes plus backup videos. What is that? Backup videos. Backup videos means recordings. So we'll provide recordings with the lifetime access. What is that, guys? With the lifetime access. And so we'll discuss the doubts. We'll discuss the doubts on WhatsApp group. So I already created a WhatsApp group called something like AWS DevOps batch 50, right? So we'll discuss the doubts in the that batch, guys. So every week, and we'll provide the something like the assignments. So assignments per every week, guys. Every week we will provide the assignments. Assignments means tasks. So we'll provide the task to complete the tasks, guys. Then only we will get the knowledge. Guys, understood? So this is the so what this course outline is, the course outline is DevOps with AWS. What are the class timings? Class timings from Monday to 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. IST, Monday to Friday. Duration is 60 days plus 1 week the project explanation. So the who is the trainer, guys? Trainer is Hari. The course mode is something like online course. Course fees 20,000 INR, live classes, class notes, and backup videos with lifetime access, guys. So we'll discuss the doubts on the WhatsApp group. So I already created AWS DevOps batch 50 and assignments for every week, the tasks, guys. So from day one onwards, we will provide the task and we'll show you the so every session. So every session we'll discuss the real-time scenarios. So we'll discuss the real-time scenarios, guys. So once we complete that module, right? So we will discuss with how this module is working on the real-time environment. We'll show it on this one. Guys, now you understood? So this is the course timing details information, guys. Yeah, I will post it on the group, whatever the group we created, right? I will post it, guys. 1 second. The DevOps batch, right? Yeah. So this is the batch. Yeah.
Um,
So what
I have
is
a question.
DevOps? Yeah.
I have a question. Can I ask something?
Yes, 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 yes.
Will you be able to provide the sample resume
Yes,
also?
yes, yes. So
Okay.
we'll provide the sample resume. So we'll provide the sample resume and so we'll discuss with the projects. What are the projects need to keep it in that
Mhm.
resume.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yep. Thank you. Yeah. So what is DevOps, right? What is DevOps? You did not understand the DevOps. So we'll discuss what is DevOps. So what is a DevOps? And why DevOps? So yeah, guys. So in this class, does anyone knows what is DevOps? A rough something like. Does anyone knows what is DevOps and why DevOps? Guys, anyone knows what is DevOps? Why DevOps? Hassan, did you know?
No, actually.
You don't know, na? I will tell you. No worries. Yeah. So something like, yeah. So in the browser, in the Google Chrome browser, I searched the www.facebook.com, right? Then it opens a home page of the something like, so this is the, yeah. So guys, this is your web browser. This is your web This is your web browser. So in your web browser, you search something like the website facebook.com. So once you search the www.facebook.com, it opens a page. So where it comes from, guys? The page comes from where? Guys, where it comes from? So that end user's perspective. So what is that, guys? End user's perspective, it is coming from the internet, right? So end user perspective, it is come from the internet. So something like that guy doesn't have the technical knowledge. So he's saying something like this page is coming from the so this page is coming from the or the internet. So but this page is comes from the somewhere else, right? Something like, for example, so this is a server, something like what this is a web server. So this is the web server. In this web server, so in this web server, so we installed the CentOS 7 OS, something like this is a Linux OS. So what this is, guys? This is a Linux. So why we installed this OS? If you want to, so something like this is a physical server. So Dell Power Edge or a 710. What is this, guys? So this is a Dell PowerEdge 7 R10 R710. So this is the physical server, guys. So if you want to interact with this physical server, definitely we need a OS is installed, right? We'll tell you later that part. So yeah, so in this, so yeah, guys, does anyone knows what is a website? So does anyone knows what is website? So
Website is
report.
nothing but which gives service to us, like
Hmm,
what we browse
hmm,
exactly, like what required. It is
hmm.
nothing but which gives us service.
So, for example, this is the website, guys. This is the Facebook website. In this Facebook website, how many pages are something like if you click Ads Manager, it will open the another page, right? The same way. So this website contains the number of web pages. What is a website? A collection of web pages is nothing but a collection of collection of web pages is nothing but a website, right? So website is developed with the collection of web pages. So what is a web page, guys? What is a web page? Collection of programs. How web pages comes? A developer develop the code. that code. So that code will be developed for the web pages, right? The collection of programs is nothing but a web page. So what is a program? Collection of lines is nothing but a program, right? So finally, developers. What developers are developing? Developing the code. So developers developing the code for a website, right? So the developers are developed the code and keep it in one repository. For example, these are the developers. What these are? These are so developers develop the code. Code. So for example, these developers are develop the code for the WhatsApp guys. So for example, WhatsApp. So a WhatsApp page contains initially the WhatsApp page contains chat and contacts. So one guy is developed code for the chat. So one guy is developed code for the contacts. So these are the two modules. Two modules are developed by these two developers. So this website is developed over the which language? Java language, right? So the programs that the code is in the .java format. .java a format, right? So something like yeah. So this pages comes from here. This pages comes from here. How? Something like the code is developed in the Java. So we need to install the Java on the server and the Tomcat. So what is that? Tomcat is the a web server, guys. What is this? Tomcat is a web server. So Tomcat is the web server. If you want to deploy this code on the server, so definitely we need to install the Java on Tomcat because of that code is developed via Java, and the Java code, most of the Java code will be deployed under the Tomcat web server. Tomcat web server. But the Tomcat web server knows only .jar or .var format. So .var or .jar format. So if you deploy this code if you want to deploy this code on the server, so which format we need, guys? .jar or .var, right? But developers develop that code so through Java. So the code is in the Java. But Tomcat, Tomcat doesn't understand the Java. So we need to convert from .java to .jar or .var. So how we can convert it? So we can convert by using build tools. What are those? Build tools. So build tools are something like a Maven is the build tool. So by using Maven build tool, so they will convert the code from .java to .jar or .var. Okay. So now we understood. So this is nothing but a integration. What this is call it as a? This call it as a integration. This call it as a, guys, remember this call it as a integration. So what developers are doing? So developers are developing the code and integrating the codes. Integration means build. So we need to convert from .java to .jar or .var. So developers up to they will do the integration. Once this is done, so we want to keep this .jar or .var file. So what this is? Something like now we call it as a WhatsApp 1.0 .jar. So 1.0 .jar file. Yeah, developed this code as a jar file. So we want to keep this under this a server. So Tomcat, right? Where we need to keep this code in the Tomcat web server. So the default path is something like OPT Tomcat web apps. What is the default, guys? Default path is web apps. So you deployed this code in the WhatsApp 1-0 .jar. right? So you deployed this core on the .jar or var. So basically a web server contains the IP address. For example, 192.168.56.101. For example, this is the IP address of this server, guys. So once you click the IP address of IP address here, right, it will open the website. But end user doesn't understand the IP addresses. Something like so we want to open the youtube.com, facebook.com, or something like whatsapp.com. Every website having their own IP address. So we'll convert the IP address to the catchy names. We'll convert the IP address to the catchy names. For example, our catchy name is something like a whatsapp.com. So this is a DNS name. What is that, guys? DNS name. Yeah, so this is a DNS name, right? So our server name is something like a whatsapp.com. So we deployed our code. So whatever the code, right? So we deployed our code in the Tomcat web servers. Tomcat web server. So whenever you hit the end user hit the www.facebook.com, it comes from the pages comes from this server via HTTP or HTTPS protocol. What is that? HTTP or HTTPS protocol. HTTP or HTTPS protocol is nothing but a HTTPS is nothing but a hypertext transfer protocol. So it will transfer the hypertext. This is the hypertext. Hypertext. Now you understood, right, guys? So this web page comes from the server. So right, so developer up to developer, what they are doing, they are doing integration, they are doing the integration. Who will deploy this server, who will deploy this code into the server? Who is, guys, does anyone knows who is deploying this server, deploying this code? Operation engineer. Operation engineer. So
So
operation engineer,
developer will not deploy the code. He will be sending the code to the operational
right?
engineer.
Yes.
Hmm. Okay,
Okay. So he
got
will
it.
send the code to the operation engineer. So operation engineer. So which server this is? This is a Linux server. So who knows this Linux server? So Linux engineer knows the Linux server. So how to operate, right? So Linux engineer. So the Linux engineer will take this code and deploy it into the server. Deploy it into the server. So this is nothing but a deployment. What this is, guys? This call it as a deployment. So what
Okay,
this is,
so quick
guys?
thing.
Yeah,
A
one
quick
second,
thing.
one second.
Sure. Mhm.
Yeah. So this is nothing but a deployment. So so this is a integration. This is the a deployment. So yeah, you can ask Hassan, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So quick question is this,
Mm,
like
mm.
how much Linux we need to know before starting this course, or whatever is needed, you will
Yeah,
be going
yeah,
through that
yeah. So the basic knowledge. What is that? Basic.
knowledge.
Yeah. The basic knowledge is enough to learn this DevOps course.
Mhm.
Okay. So I
Got
will
it.
teach you in the easy manner. In the easy manner, you will understand very easily, Hassan. No need to bother about. So it will be very easy.
Got it.
Got it, right? Yeah. So this is the integration. This is the deployment. So who will take care of the integration? Development team. The developers take care up to the integration, and the operation engineer will take care the deployments. Will take care the deployment. Same like so something like the future. So first initially it starts from a chat and contacts, right? So the feature comes into the picture. They are trying to deploy it in the status. So what is the future, guys? The future is status. They are trying to deploy it, right? So this code is nothing but a WhatsApp 2-0.jar. So in this 2-dot jar, a status also included. So we want to deploy this code into the do the web server. Who will take care of? Linux engineer will take care of it. Same like as a, so the feature, so that the developer will deploy the feature, will develop the feature and deploy. Develop the feature, deploy. Group calling, voice calling, video calling, group chatting. So these are from comes from the WhatsApp 3.0, 4.0, 5.0, 6.0. Right now you understood. So yeah. So now you understand the how the pages comes into the picture. Okay. Yeah. Yep. So initially, which model they are using for the integration and deployment? So initially they are using the a waterfall methodology. What is this, guys? So waterfall methodology. In this waterfall methodology, they will use the analyze, plan, or design, build, or test to deploy. So this is the sequence manner. This is the sequence manner, and it will take. So it will take 6 months, a minimum 6 months to produce a software, to produce a feature, right? So to produce a future, so what is waterfall methodology? Waterfall methodology, what is that, guys? So waterfall is nothing but a manual process. waterfall Waterfall model is nothing but a manual. So they are doing the manually. So the deployment they are doing manually, and the integration also they are doing the manually. So manually, then agile comes into the picture. So what is the drawbacks? So what are the drawbacks in the waterfall methodology? What are the drawbacks in the waterfall methodology? Yeah, so limitations of waterfall methodology: no working software is produced until the late during the life cycle. 6 months, I told you, right? So once an application is an testing stage, it is very difficult to go back and change something that was not well throughout in the concept stage. So high amounts of risk and uncertainty, not a good model for complex and object-oriented programs, not suitable for any projects where requirements are at moderate to high risk of the changing. So these are the limitations. So a new model comes into the picture, that is a agile methodology. So in the agile methodology, each project is broken up into several iterations. All iterations should be the same time duration between 2 to 8 weeks. At the end of each iteration, a working product should be delivered. A working product should be delivered, something like a, so this is the first iteration. If they are finding any issues, they will resolve in here only. So if they are finding any issues, they will resolve here. If they are finding any issues, they will resolve here. So that's the reason agile methodology comes into the picture. Agile methodology comes into the picture. You see, something like some drawbacks are there in the waterfall methodology. In the waterfall methodology, everything through manually. Everything through manually. Once agile methodology comes into the picture, once agile methodology comes into the picture, sorry guys, what is that? Agile methodology. What is that? Agile methodology. So agile methodology. Once agile methodology comes into picture, right? So the automation starts. So the automation starts from agile methodology. So before there is no So before there is no automation. So everything, the integration and the deployment, everything will be done through the manually. Once agile methodology comes into the picture, the automation comes into the picture. What is that? Automation. So something like, right? So they produced a CI/CD. What is CI, guys? Here CI is nothing but a CI is nothing but continuous. Continuous continuous so what is that, guys? Continuous deployment and continuous integration. So a automation comes into the picture, right? So agile methodology comes into the picture. So there is a continuous integration, continuous deployment. So they developed a tool, call it as a CI/CD. What is this, guys? This is a CI. This is the CI tool, and this is the CD tool. So in the CI/CD, Jenkins is a software that provides a CI/CD configuration. That provides a CI/CD configuration. CI means continuous integration. CD means continuous deployment. So in the CI, right, plan, code, build, test. So they use some tools. They use some tools and automate the process CI and automate the process of CD. So automate the process of a CD. What is that? Yeah. So this is the CI, CD. So manually we are doing the CI and CD, right? How we can automate? So how we can automate? We can automate with the help of CI, CD. So with the help of CI, CD, something like a plan, code, build, test, right? So we can use Git, Jira, something like a Maven is the build tool for building purpose, testing purpose. So before the testers will do manual testing. So nowadays they are doing the automation testing. Automation testing purpose they are using the SCJ unit. So Maven is for the build tool, the plan and code, right? The plan purpose they are using the Jira, the code repository we are using the Git, guys. So we want to deploy it on the server, right? So initially they are using the physical servers, then virtualization. Nowadays we are deploying our servers into the containers, something like a microservices. So before in the waterfall methodology, they uses the monolithic model. So monolithic type of model. So once the agile comes into the picture, right, the microservices comes into the picture. Microservices so comes into the picture. Guys, now you understood? Yeah, yeah. So waterfall methodology, right? Something like in the agile methodology. So development team. So what development team? Development team code works fine in my laptop. So what development team is thinking wants to change. What operation team is thinking there is some problem with the code. It does not work in the production environment. It does not work in the production environment. So operation team thinking something like a wants a stability. Development team is thinking like a wants the change. There is a big gap between a development team and a operations team, right? Now DevOps comes into the picture. So what is DevOps? So solution is DevOps. So what is the solution, guys? The solution is DevOps. Development team and operations team work together and automate the process. Automate the deployment process is nothing but a DevOps. Now you understood, right, guys? DevOps is not a tool. DevOps is a culture or a methodology to automate the process, to automate the application deployment process is nothing but a DevOps. Guys, now we understood DevOps meaning the development team and the operations team work together and automate the process is nothing but a DevOps, right? So to achieve how we can achieve this automation. So with the help of CI/CD tools, not only Jenkins. So there are few at CI/CD tools, something like a Bamboo, Hudson. Nowadays we are using the GitHub actions, and GitLab also providing the CI/CD, and Bitbucket also providing the CI/CD. Some of the Team City. So most of the tools they are using the CI/CD and to automate the process. To automate the process. So what are the DevOps stages, guys? What are the DevOps stages? Something like a version control, continuous integration, continuous delivery, and continuous deployment. So continuous deployment. Yeah, I will show you. So developer developing a code and push it to the repository, right? The repository is nothing but a version control. The repository is nothing but a version control. So which version control we are using? We are using the Git is the version control, right? Git is the version control. So version control is nothing but they developed the WhatsApp 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, the futures added, and so this is nothing but a versioning. Now you understood? Version control maintains different versions of the code. This is nothing but a source code management. Who will provide this source code management? Git repository, right? Then continuous integration. So before waterfall model, there is no continuous deployment. Only manual methodology, that is a integration and deployment. Now agile methodology comes into the picture, right? The the automation comes into the picture. So in the continuous integration, compile, validate, code review, unit testing, integration testing, everything will build something once a continuous building. So once build the .jar var in the continuous integration, it automatically. So continuous delivery, deploying the build application to the test servers, performing UAT performance. This is the continuous testing. So then continuous deployment, deploying the tested application on the prod servers for the release. So configuration management and containerization. So finally, after deploying the application, we need to monitor it, the application. If the application is crashes or application server is down or container is down, who will monitor at the application? Guys, mute yourself. Guys, mute yourself. Okay, so continuous monitoring means, so the application logs and the something like there is an issue with the development team while building the application. So where we can check the errors. We can check the errors by using the ELK, Elasticsearch, Logstash, and Kibana. And how we can monitor the servers, Datadog, CloudWatch, or something like a Jabix, Nagios. So we'll discuss this continuous monitoring. Okay. So the source code management, so this is a CVCS, DVS, we will discuss guys, Git we will discuss, continuous delivery, right? Continuous delivery. So we forgot one, continuous integration guys. So continuous integration, yeah, continuous, what is the, where is that? Oh, something like I got. I forgot this. Yeah. So continuous integration and continuous delivery. Continuous integration. So developers develop the code and commit to a shared repository, Git repository. Once the developer commit, right, we will provide a poll SCM concept. Once it is done, Jenkins server take that code and build the code. How they can build the code? First compile the code review for SonarQube, unit testing for JUnit or Gradle, right? And the integration testing, then package var or jar. So this is nothing but a CI. So once it is done, right, so we will build the another job for do deploying application. So whatever the package jar or where, right, we need to deploy it automatically. So once we run the job, so we can automate the deployment, we can automate the integration. So this is nothing but a CI CD. Now you understood what is DevOps and why DevOps. Right. So for this purpose, we are using configuration management, Puppet, Ansible, Chef. So what is Ansible and containerization? So initially in the waterfall model, there were starts with the physical servers. Then the innovation thoughts comes into the picture, a virtualization comes into the picture. So then a containerization comes into the picture. Now our applications are not a monolithic. It's a microservice based application. So the container comes into the picture, right? The microservices comes into the picture. So we'll discuss about the containerization and continuous monitoring purpose, Nagios, Datadog, Jabix, CloudWatch. We'll show it on the real time. So and initially we will discuss about the Linux, right? The Linux fundamentals on shifting bandwidths. So on the AWS, so AWS will discuss about the what is AWS, why AWS, what is a cloud, why cloud, what are the cloud providers, what are the cloud services. So we'll discuss it. So how cloud came into the picture before cloud. So what we are using a data center, what is a data center, what they are providing in the data centers, what are the DevOps in the data center, why they are moving from the data centers to cloud. We'll discuss. So what are the services learned we are in the discuss. So right, so the cloud history, cloud number fact, what are the use cases of the cloud, global infrastructure, regions, and availability zones, edge points. So we'll discuss about the Terraform, and we'll discuss about the Ansible, and we'll discuss about the Ansible.
Uh,
So, yep, 1 second, Ashan. So we'll discuss
sure.
the Git, and we'll discuss the Docker. So then we'll discuss the Kubernetes. Yeah, so this is nothing but a, so the Kubernetes, we'll discuss the Kubernetes, Docker, yeah, Kubernetes. Then we'll discuss about the ELK and resume preparation, everything guys. And we'll show it to the GitLab CI/CD also, how it works. So I will show you to the green and bean deployment model, secrets, deskfuls, Helm, Grafana, Prometheus will show the ELK, Helm charts, auto scaling. We'll discuss it. So we'll discuss the Kubernetes on AWS, how to create AWS EK step by step, and I will show you the manual. I want to deploy a self Kubernetes, how we can deploy it. So we'll show it to you guys. And GitLab, what is a GitLab, how it works, so the CI/CD, how it works, CI/CD. We'll show you to how to create a project, so how to create the pipelines, how to build, how to deploy application, how to create the something like GitLab CI/CD, and Jenkins also we will discuss about. So how we can deploy it, how we can get this code, how we can deploy it on the finally Kubernetes. We'll show you this project and we'll show you the another real-time project also. Right? Now you understood. Yeah. So this is a DevOps. So Hassan, now you can ask the question.
Two, three questions. Number one,
Hmm.
like, so DevOps is kind of, I can say, like, because in different companies, the positions available are
Hmm.
like AWS system administrator, and
Hmm.
DevOps is not that one. It is a separate one. It is kind of advanced system administrator side.
I will tell you. I will tell you. Now I got it the question. I will answer your question. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. 1 second. I will paste it in the chat.
Mhm.
Yeah. So for example, we are learning the AWS cloud. What this is cloud? What this is? Hassan?
AWS Cloud.
Ah. So if you learn the AWS cloud administration, station, so you are
Mhm.
eligible for the cloud engineer. You are eligible for the cloud
Mhm.
engineer. Okay. Something like so this is the Linux. For example, so you are good at you are very well at Linux administration. So now you get a job something like a Linux engineer or Linux administrator. If you know the DevOps tools also, if you know the DevOps tools, yeah. So if you know the DevOps tools, if you know the Linux, what is this? 1 second. Yeah. If you know, so if you know these three, you know the Linux, AWS, and DevOps tool. Now you become a DevOps engineer. So DevOps engineer need to know these three. So cloud engineer only need to know AWS. So Linux engineer only need to know Linux. Now you got it?
Yes, so because I just wanted to be clear,
Hmm.
um, mm, because my background is Azure background,
Achoo.
I don't know too much about AWS. Like
Okay.
I thought that this course is about AWS, uh, uh, DevOps was the next level.
Yes.
So I will be building servers, building VLANs,
Hmm.
creating
Hmm.
VLANs or
Hmm.
stuff like that. We
Yes. Yes.
will be learning in this course also or not?
So, so as a DevOps engineer, something like we don't understand the fully administration. Okay. So
Okay.
if you want to
Hmm.
survive as a DevOps engineer, so the basic core features,
Uh-huh.
the basic core services, something like compute, storage,
Hmm.
and database, and the networking parts. So some compute is nothing but a EC2, right? In Azure, we call
Mm-hmm.
it as a VM. The storage,
VM, yeah.
yeah, the storage we call it as a S3, right? So simple storage service. So database called as a RDS. So we'll discuss about the RDS and we'll discuss about the VPC, the networking part. So VPP. So as a DevOps engineer, more concentrating on the DevOps tool.
Mm-hmm.
DevOps tools. So for example, so we will discuss more on the Jenkins and so the service is something like a Terraform, Ansible, mm, Docker, Kubernetes. So we'll discuss more on these. So I will show you a Kubernetes concept end to end. So end to end because of nowadays, so every deployment will be happening on the Kubernetes only, the microservices only, right?
Got it. Hmm.
Yeah.
So,
So here
okay.
are going to discuss. So one
So,
question is asked something like Rajkumar. So Rajkumar, I will clearly clarify it. So something like a so I will teach you in this class the core functionalities, the core features of the cloud. What is that?
core features of the cloud.
Core features. So core features of the cloud we'll discuss. So if you know the core features, it will be easy to understand the any of the cloud. Any of the cloud, something like the core functionality should be same, but the difference is the naming convention. So if you learn any one of the cloud, so it will be easy to understand the other clouds also. Something like AWS, Amazon provides AWS, Google provides GCP, Oracle provides OCI, IBM provides IBM cloud, the Windows, Microsoft provides Azure, the Alibaba China, it's Alibaba China cloud. So right, so if you learn the cloud core, the cloud practice, something like cloud features, so it will be learn any one of the cloud. It will be very easy to understand the other clouds also because of the core features will be same. So the naming convention should be different. Something like here a server, we call it as a instance in the AWS. In Azure, we call it as a VM.
VM.
And GCP,
Mhm.
we call it as a compute engine, right? Google engine, Google compute engine. So, yeah. So, my thought, my perspective, if you learn any one of the cloud, it will be very easy to understand the remaining clouds, other clouds. Because of the motto is same. Something like what they are providing, I think, Hassan, you know, right? IAS as pass.
Mhm.
IAS pass SaaS, something like a public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud, right? So these, so all the cloud providers provides this facility. This
Yeah,
facility, they are providing the infrastructure, they are providing the platform, they are providing the software as a services. So if you learn any one of the cloud, it will be very easy to understand the remaining clouds, as per my perspective.
got it.
Hassan, what about you?
Yeah, you're right. But for just for myself, I was uh, just going to ask that will you recommend any, like, at least I should be having EC2, S3, RDS, and
Yeah, yeah,
VPC
yeah. I will
information.
teach you.
So
I will teach you definitely. So I already
yeah.
told you, right? So one
Mhm.
second.
Okay.
Mm, what is that? Sorry, guys. I forgot what I'm what I'm telling. Hassan.
Oh, you are going to say because I was saying EC2, S3, and other stuff you will be teaching.
Yes, 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 yes. Sorry. Yeah.
Because
So I will.
yeah, I can build the server in the Azure in Microsoft, but like I never did that in
I will show you. I will show it in the
AWS.
Azure. Yeah.
Mhm.
I will show it too.
Okay, okay. Then that's great.
One
Thank you.
second. One second. One second. I will clarify your doubts also. Mm, So we'll discuss about the cloud computing, what is cloud computing, why cloud came, and
Mhm.
we'll discuss about cloud computing.
Mhm. Got it. Okay. Now it is very clear
Clear, right?
after going through these slides. Yeah.
Yeah. So the demo session, right? We will not discuss entire things, right?
Mhm.
So we'll discuss about the
Got it. Mhm.
everything. Got it, right?
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I will tell you that Rajkumar is asking something. Yeah. So right, so we'll discuss about these basic foundation services. So compute, storage, database, and networking, and
Got it.
IAM also. Okay.
Identity and access management. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I did not ask. I was just thinking, will we go through IAM also? Okay.
yeah. IAM, I will show you.
Got it. Mhm.
Yeah. So we'll discuss about the identity and access management. Okay.
Yep. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Rajkumar, now you understood?
Yes, yes, got it.
Got it, right? So if you learn,
Sorry,
I
guys,
will show you.
if I spoke too much, like I'm sorry.
Hey,
Probably
no
everyone
worries here, no
else
worries.
will be
We
here
need the doubts.
thinking.
We need doubts. Someone is something like they are also trying to ask same question, right? But if you ask, right, they also get the answer.
Another quick thing.
Mm,
You mentioned different tools like Grafana, Datadog, and
mm.
so we can implement any tool in that, like
Yeah,
for
we will
example,
implement. I already show you, right, in the slide we already I already show you, right? We'll discuss about that ELK, and we'll discuss
Mhm.
about the ELK, and we'll discuss about the Grafana and Prometheus.
Okay, okay, got it. Yeah.
I'll show you. Mm. So what are the models they are using? Blue and green deployment model will show you. What is the strategies they are using in that? Um, Helm will show it. Ah, so Grafana. So Grafana and Prometheus will show it in. Okay.
Got it.
And ELK also will show it the ELK also. Elasticsearch log station ke bana. How we are getting the logs.
Mhm.
Okay.
Got it. So classes will start from Monday.
Monday 6:30
Hopefully.
to 7:30.
Yep. Mhm. Got it.
Yeah. Any
Got
doubts, guys? Rajkumar, do you have any doubt?
No, fine,
Fine, right?
right.
Any doubts, guys? Anyone having any doubts? So it will be very easy, guys. DevOps is not a tough. It will be very easy. So when you are doing a hard work, something like
Mhm.
so I will teach you. I
Ultimately, it
have
is
a
just
rhythm. I have a rhythm, guys. I will teach you something like a easy or a simple manner.
Okay.
Okay.
got it.
Uh,
Hmm. And
just
hmm.
wanted to know one thing. Actually, I joined a bit late.
uh,
6:30 to 7:30 in the sense 6:30 a.m. or otherwise 6:30 p.m.
6:30 p.m. IST. I already told, right? DevOps with AWS starts date from 18th from Monday onwards. Class timing 6:30 p.m. IST to 7:30 p.m. IST. So Monday to Friday the classes will be duration 60 days plus 1 week project explanations.
Okay,
So
got
trainer
it.
is Hari. The class mode is online, Zoom classes. Course fee is 20,000. Live classes will provide live classes, class notes, and backup videos. So with lifetime access. So we'll discuss on the doubts on WhatsApp group. So assignments for every week, the tasks. Every session will discuss about the real-time scenarios.
Okay.
Understood?
Uh, One more thing, probably I can ask over here.
Yeah.
Like
You can
we
ask.
will have a hard stop at 7:30 because like at 7:30 it will be
Hmm,
9 a.m. in the morning for me,
hmm,
and I
hmm.
have actually meeting at every day
Sure,
at
sure,
night.
sure, sure. We will conclude within so before 5 minutes. No worries. Okay.
Otherwise, guys will have the recording, and I will
I have
confirm
the
the
recording,
recording.
right? Every day I have the recording. I will upload it in the something like what I told you. I told you a YouTube channel, right?
Mhm.
So Tech World with Hari is my YouTube channel.
Got it. Mhm. So I can go through Linux basics also before, because my background is the Windows background.
Yeah,
I
that's the reason.
not
I
too
will
much.
teach
Yeah.
you from OS onwards. What
Hmm.
is OS, types of OS, everything will cover you. Something like you are a graduate from some other branch. You don't know what is OS, what is types of OS. So what is a hardware? We'll discuss everything.
Got it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
create a playlist, guys, something like a DevOps batch, and I will give you to the access to you guys. You guys can watch anytime recordings. Okay.
Got it. Hmm.
Yep. So any doubts, guys? So Mahalakshmi, Hafiza, Kiran, Nani, Fani, Rajkumar, Realme, Sri, Tulasi. Guys, any doubts? Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank
The
you.
the
Thank you.
class will start from Monday to Friday, guys. So you already there in the batch, the DevOps batch 50, right? Rajkumar, Hassan. You already there?
Yep. I can see my number over there.
Yeah. What about
Yes,
Rajkumar?
yes, I'm there.
You're there, huh?
You can able to. Right.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you
Yep.
very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye bye.